how are you doing?
In this week's video, we arrive in Lisbon and do what we almost always do when we get to a new city, a free walking tour. On this tour, we learned so many interesting things about Lisbon and Portugal, including that Portugal is the country with the oldest borders in Europe. So there is an elevator behind me, which takes you from the bottom all the way up, but apparently you can't see anything from it, and it's €6, so there's literally no point in doing it.
And a 2-hour wait.
Oh yeah, and a 2-hour wait, so save your money, go on a free walking tour, you'll get so much more out of it. The only cool fact about it is that it was designed by a student of Gustave Eiffel.
We'll get that.
Yeah, it's completely free to kind of walk on the top platform, so there's literally no point in paying for an elevator. That literally just takes you up and down. We are just taking a break from our walking tour. It is a 3-hour long one, so we're gonna go find some water and then get to try some tarts. It's pretty awesome so far, very historically rich. We have the queue for the Gustave Eiffel student thing behind me. You can just walk to the top and you can see the view from there. The elevator is not worth it. €6 for nothing. In all fairness, the structure is really cool, but I just don't think you need to go in it to appreciate it.
Some flour, and they do a glass of white wine and a cup.
It is. Every statue looks like.
We just finished the free walking tour. As always, it is just so incredible to do, especially on your first day in a new city. We learned so much about the history of Portugal and the history of Lisbon. I'm out of breath. Why are there so many stairs? We are now going for dinner because it is 7 p.m. and we are hungus mungus. So let's go find some delicioso food. Obrigada. Good morning from our hotel room in Lisbon. We are going to go and explore a little bit more of the city today. We are first going to hit up a gluten-free bakery and get some coffee because those are priorities, and then we're going for a Michelin star lunch, which is a very special treat for Tom and I. I'm very excited, and then we're gonna see what the day holds. My dad's in town, so I'm gonna hang out with him and see what's happening. Also, I completely forgot to do an intro yesterday, so we're in Lisbon. Yay! Tom and I have decided to match yet again. It's a theme in Portugal. Oh, my hair. Yep. Woohoo! Let's move here so we can match every day.
Yeah.
We just wandered into the oldest bookshop in the world. Italy actually had the oldest bookshop, but there was a fire, so that title now goes to this bookshop in Lisbon, which we just went through. I bought a book by a famous author from Lisbon who used to sit in the streets. The author's name is Fernando Pessoa. There's actually a statue dedicated to him right up from the library, where he's sitting alone at a coffee table with an empty chair next to him, which is for what our guide called imaginary friends, but would have been people that he conversed with and had philosophical debates with. So we're gonna go there and I'll show you what I mean. We are on our way to the Michelin star restaurant called Bel Canto. It looks like it's going to be amazing food, so can't wait to show you what we're going to eat. We're going to meet up with my dad, who's also in Lisbon for a few days. That man's a traveler, so can't wait to see him.
Has the contact.
Yeah. So from the government now.
So unfortunately for me, I started feeling nauseous. I think it's still remnants from the food poisoning, and it's also like 30 degrees here, which I'm not used to. So I had to come home and miss out on that incredible experience. To be honest, I'm pretty gutted. But it just sucks when this happens in such a beautiful place. You just really want to make the most of it, but you can't. So I'm gonna sleep and hopefully I'll feel better a little bit later so I can go out and enjoy more of Lisbon. It is what it is. At least it's on our doorstep and I can come back hopefully quite easily. But yeah, that's just the reality of traveling sometimes. You get sick.
Acho capazes os maus rapazes dos olhos teus. Velha taverna nesta
Até ao fim.
Good morning. It is our final day in Lisbon before we leave to head back to the UK. Unfortunately, I've been sick for the last couple of days, so haven't had much of a chance to explore. We're gonna head off to Sintra today, and then we're gonna head off to the airport and head home. So let's head off to Sintra. We have arrived in Sintra. We're gonna wander around and head over to the sites. We tried taking the train, but we accidentally got one ticket with 8 single fares, which if we got caught with that might have cost us 250 euros each. So we decided to Uber, which was basically the same price as doing that anyways. Barely made it through the car because of nausea, but I'm here, I'm thriving, I'm ready to see the sights. Welcome to Sintra. So Sintra was for a very long time a royal sanctuary for the royal family before it was unestablished, removed. It died, I don't know. And it also was the start of Romantic architecture. So you'll see it by all the colorful buildings and the funky architecture around here. Because we're not here for a very long time, we're gonna do a tuk-tuk ride.
Open it.
It's just for us to start. Think about microclimate I was telling.
So it's really the difference between the windows. All of them, they are different from each other because built by 5 different Portuguese kings. Okay. So
Another example, the gardens are free.
Yeah.
Openings.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Following the normal shape of the mountain with the same colors as the rocks. This is a perfect way of camouflage Portugal. Then it was getting changed different times.
We actually don't know.
The road of the lakes, which is one of the most beautiful parts of the park, and the lowest.
And you know, yeah,
I created nature rather than the opposite.
We are on our way to get a traditional Sintra pastry. Coming right up. We finished our tour in the tuk-tuks and we had amazing guides. Raquel was ours and she was phenomenal, so would highly recommend you go and take a tuk-tuk tour with her when you get to Sintra. We're gonna grab some lunch before we head off back into Lisbon and then head to the airport, which is a big shame. It is awesome walking around Sintra. The buildings are so beautiful, they're so colorful. The architecture is very different to what we get in London. We were talking to our tour guide and we were just saying that it's amazing seeing the color contrast, because in London it's obviously quite gray and dark, and it's almost like taking a photo with a black and white filter on. So yeah, this is awesome. I love being here, and learning about the history was pretty spectacular as a history nerd. So yeah. So I'm trying one of Sintra's traditional pastries. I have completely forgotten the name again, but I will put it here so you know what it is. So it's cheese and cinnamon. Tastes like a cinnamon bun, but only the cinnamony part, which is the best part. That's delicious. Okay. I'm having another one of Sintra's traditional desserts. I think it's a kind of pastry with almond and egg custard, so just dive right into it. It tastes like kind of like an almond croissant, but not the texture of a croissant, just the inside. Yum, that's really good. So we are leaving Sintra and leaving Portugal. Hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Sorry about the chaotic energy of being sick and not being able to film that much, but hoping to come back someday soon, and who knows, maybe we'll live here. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Obrigada.